Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Hope you're good. Wednesday morning. So listen, we're going to go into sort of your behaviours and habits at home. Now, when I'm about on the shows, I always talk about when you're out and about at work or when you're out doing your workouts, but it's coming back and having a look at the stuff that you're doing in the house and at home that could have a detrimental effect to you being the best version of yourself. So a lot of habits and patterns that you're doing now. So let's talk about some of them. Raise the self-awareness, because when you're more aware of them, you understand them a little bit more, you can think about it a little bit more and maybe start implementing a single change. And by making a single change, it could be that small win that you've been looking for that would alleviate and you can leverage on to move forwards. So if you are watching, do drop a like, do comment, do say hi, do share. I massively appreciate you putting it out there. If you're on the podcast, make sure you are liking this on the audio blast. Right, so I'm going to sort of talk about a couple of things that and bad habits that I get into, and a couple of sort of bad routines I used to get into at home, not so much anymore. I know that a lot of other people get stuck into these habits and patterns because I speak to them. So I'm going to break it down. So one of the biggest ones that I have found, and especially over the phone calls that I've had over the last sort of week and a half, is working at home. Now, what I always say to people is your business, is your career going to end overnight if you are not working between 7 and 11? So many people are getting caught in this work trap between 7 and 11. If you want to do more work, it makes sense to do the work early in the morning, getting up early and being more productive in the morning. Your productivity levels between 7 and 11 o'clock at night are going to be shit because you are mentally fatigued, tired, exhausted. You're not going to be thinking straight. You're not going to be at your most creative. All you're going to be wanting to think about is, wait a minute, I'm eating up my own personal time here for work. Okay. So one thing that you have to quit doing is working between 7 and 11. Okay. You've got to make sure that you are implementing some personal time into your life. If you are not doing that, then you are neglecting the people that are most important to you. And how much longer will those people that are important to you put up with that? So a common scenario, you sitting on the sofa with your laptop on your legs, or you with phone in hand, sending emails, completing a report, or working away, whilst your wife sits across from you. What is that message saying? You're basically saying that your work, the stuff that you need to do, is more important than your wife. So if your relationship is shit right now, or there is no connection right now, then maybe look at some of the origin habits that are happening at home, such as you sitting there, being on your phone, being on your laptop, and working to 11 o'clock, completely ignoring one of the most important people who's across the way from you, thinking, and she's thinking, fuck you, I'm here, give me some attention. So think about that. That is in terms of your relationships. Think about what you're doing at home. Do you need to work between 7 and 11? I really don't think that you do. You might have maybe the odd occasion when you've got a launch or a product that's due and you need to do the final touches. People understand that, but when it's consistent, when you are burning yourself out, burning the fire at both ends, you are heading for burnout. You are heading for aggro in your relationship. All right. So another bad habit at home is drinking. So drinking is something that is massively popular with guys as soon as they're getting home from work. It's like, fucking what a day. Head straight to the fridge, grab a beer. That beer lasts 10 minutes most, and then you grab another one. And it's the fuck it moment where you suddenly go, fuck it, I'm going to have another one. And then you're a little bit tipsy, and suddenly all of the pressures of life are easing off a bit because we've had a couple of beers, so we're a little bit tipsy, and you're like, hey, life's not too bad, and you think, fuck, I'm going to have one more. And it's a problem, it's a habit, it's a cue. So whenever we have a habit, there's always a cue to that habit. And that usually is, God, fuck, what a day. And that's because the energy levels are low. That's because we feel lethargic. That's because we've been overwhelmed, stressed, frustrated. It's just been a long ass day. And that is cue for us to go to the fridge and grab a beer, to make a gin, to make an amaretto, to have a glass of wine. And then a cue, the next habit is to have had that, feel relaxed, then go, I'll have another one, just one more. And then suddenly you're doing it 4 or 5 times a week, and then you're waking up all groggy. You're pressing snooze in the morning. You're adding all those extra calories. So it's just a really detrimental habit and pattern to be in. And suddenly you find yourself relying on it to deal with the stress of life. And that is no place to be, right? Just checking the time here. Good. Okay, procrastinating. So we procrastinate a lot, and I'm a big believer in how you do anything is how you do everything. I'm just trying to figure out why it's gone dark on my phone. So when I look at, I often look at things that I need to do, like you I talked about this before, but your standard laundry, putting your clothes away, doing the washing up, clearing out the fucking garden, or whatever it might be. We put stuff off, and how we do anything is how we do everything. And I'm a big believer in that. So if you are very practical and you just get shit done, and you see a job that needs doing and you go straight into that task, and your mindset is to, okay, washing needs done, bang, get it done straight away. Washing up needs doing, bang, do it straight away. Kids need changing, bang, get it done straight away. If you procrastinate in the house, in those areas, I truly believe that you take that with you and put that into everything else, like work, like creating meetings, like completing tasks that will move the needle closer to where you want to be, to your workouts, to tracking your food on MyFitnessPal. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you procrastinate at home, you're going to procrastinate at work. You're going to procrastinate on relationships. You're going to procrastinate on your workouts. You're going to procrastinate on your eating habits, all right? So think about doing things and changing it up at home. Okay, very last one, binge eating. If there is no chocolate or shit in the house, you're not going to eat it. You can't eat it. When you're at home and you're relaxed and you're picking everything, it really is not a great habit to get into. Having something, usually when you have dinner, you get in the evening, you get peckish. Like you just have a bowl, at 8 o'clock you'll say, I'm going to have a bowl of shreddies. I'm going to have some toast. I'm just going to have something. Rather than just picking throughout the day and continuously consuming calories. And most of the time it's not good stuff. You're just bored. You just need something. It's that craving. And it's because your brain feels like it needs something. So think before you start sticking stuff in your mouth. As the priest, hang on, I'm just presenting this here. Sorry, my camera's going to fall off. So think about things before you put it in your mouth. Okay, just literally stop yourself from binge eating. Have set times. Have rules. These are the times that I eat. Whatever it takes. All right. So just to summarise, don't work in front of your family. Try and control and limit the amount that you drink, and try and get yourself out of the habit. Having one beer is not going to be the end of the world, but don't let it turn into 3 or 4 days a week. Procrastinating, how you do anything is how you do everything, and then start thinking a little bit more about the binge eating and what you're putting in your mouth. All right, guys. I hope that's beneficial to you. It really is just really raising your self-awareness, get you thinking a little bit more about what you're doing, how you can improve home life, how you can improve the quality of your life, how you can improve yourself, getting yourself closer to the mark you want to be the best version of yourself. Okay, so thanks for listening. If you are listening on podcast, just take a few seconds to review it. If you are watching on Facebook, just do drop a like and a share. Thanks, dudes.